Welcome to our exploration of the most mysterious mythological stories from around the world. These ancient tales have captivated the imaginations of people for centuries, and their mysteries remain unsolved to this day. From enigmatic gods and goddesses to mythical creatures and hidden realms, these stories transcend time and culture, revealing the deepest fears and hopes of humanity. In this video, we'll journey through 15 of the most puzzling mythological stories, uncovering their origins, significance, and the mysteries that still surround them. We'll traverse through different regions, from the myths of ancient Greece and Egypt to the mysteries of the Norse and the legends of Asia. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be immersed in a world of myths, mysteries, and legends. If you're interested in exploring various plane and flight incidents, simply click the I button at the top right corner of your screen. This will direct you to a playlist featuring a collection of chilling stories and incidents related to aviation. Now let's dive into today's topic. Our first story begins with one of the most famous and enduring mysteries of all time, the lost city of Atlantis. The legend of Atlantis was first recorded by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato over 2000 years ago in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a vast and powerful civilization located on an island beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now know as the Strait of Gibraltar. The Atlanteans were said to possess extraordinary technological advancements and immense wealth, building grand temples, palaces, and advanced infrastructure that rivaled the greatest civilizations of the ancient world. But according to Plato, Atlantis was not just a utopia. As their power grew, so did their ambition and hubris. The Atlanteans sought to expand their empire by conquering neighboring lands, including parts of Europe and Africa. The gods, angered by their greed and moral corruption, decided to punish them. In a single day and night of catastrophic earthquakes and floods, the entire island of Atlantis was said to have been swallowed by the sea, disappearing without a trace. Over the centuries, this story has captured the imaginations of explorers, historians, and dreamers alike. Countless expeditions have been launched to find the sunken city, with theories ranging from locations in the Mediterranean and the Caribbean to Antarctica. Some believe that Atlantis was a real place, an advanced civilization that was lost to natural disasters, while others argue that Plato intended the story as a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris and moral decay. Despite the endless speculation, no concrete evidence of Atlantis has ever been found. Was it just a philosophical allegory, or was it based on a real civilization that disappeared from history? The mystery of Atlantis endures, leaving us to wonder, could a great empire really vanish beneath the waves, lost forever to the depths of the ocean? From the golden sands of Egypt emerges one of history's most enigmatic and enduring figures, the Great Sphinx of Giza. This awe-inspiring monument, with the body of a lion and the head of a human, stands as a sentinel at the edge of the desert, guarding the secrets of ancient Egypt for over 4,500 years. Carved from a single block of limestone, the Sphinx has watched over the pyramids, its expression serene and mysterious, as though it knows secrets that have long been lost to time. But beyond the stone structure itself lies an even more puzzling legend, the myth of the Sphinx and its deadly riddle. In ancient Greek mythology, the Sphinx was not merely a statue but a living, breathing creature sent by the gods to punish the people of Thebes. Perched high atop a rocky outcrop, the Sphinx would pose a riddle to any traveler who dared approach. The riddle, as recorded in the myths, was this: what walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening? Those who could not solve the riddle were met with a gruesome fate, as the Sphinx winds would devour them without mercy. The riddle itself is a metaphor for the human experience, with its answer being a human being. In the morning of life, a baby crawls on all 4s. In the midday of life, an adult walks on 2 legs, and in the evening of life, an elderly person walks with a cane, symbolizing 3 legs. This riddle not only tested one's wit but also reflected the ancient belief in the cyclical nature of life. But the mystery of the Sphinx goes deeper still. Who built the Great Sphinx of Giza and why? Some believe it was constructed by the pharaoh Kappa, whose pyramid stands nearby. Others suggest it may be even older, possibly predating the pyramids themselves, and could represent a long-lost civilization. And then some believe the Sphinx is more than just a monument, that it guards hidden chambers or secret knowledge beneath its paws. The Sphinx has become a symbol of eternal mystery, its silent gaze challenging us to uncover the truths of the ancient world. and though many have tried to unlock its secrets, the Sphinx remains a riddle unto itself, keeping its ancient knowledge hidden in the sands of time. Venturing into the realm of modern myth, we find ourselves at the edge of one of the most mysterious and treacherous regions on Earth, the Bermuda Triangle. This enigmatic area, roughly bounded by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, lies in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. Over the past century, it has gained notoriety as the so-called Devil's Triangle, where ships and planes have mysteriously vanished without a trace. The legend of the Bermuda Triangle began in the mid-20th century, following the infamous disappearance of Flight 19 in 1945, a group of 5 US Navy bombers on a routine training mission that simply vanished, along with the rescue plane sent to find them. Since then, reports of inexplicable disappearances have mounted, fueling the mystery and leaving investigators baffled. From the USS Cyclops, a massive naval ship that disappeared in 1980 with over 300 men on board, to countless small aircraft and private vessels, the Triangle has claimed numerous lives with no wreckage ever recovered. Theories attempting to explain these strange occurrences are as varied as they are fantastical. Some suggest the presence of alien abductions, hypothesizing that extraterrestrial beings might be responsible for the missing vessels. Others speculate about time warps or portals to other dimensions. There are also more grounded theories such as unusual magnetic anomalies that could interfere with navigational instruments or powerful undersea methane gas eruptions that could cause ships to sink suddenly. Yet, despite decades of speculation, no definitive explanation has ever been found. The Bermuda Triangle remains one of the most perplexing modern-day mysteries, a place where the known laws of physics seem to falter, and where the sea holds its secrets close, leaving us to wonder if the truth will ever be revealed. In the cold, desolate forests of North America, there exists a terrifying figure from Native American mythology, the Wendigo. This malevolent spirit embodies the darkest aspects of human nature: greed, hunger, and the horrors of cannibalism. The Wendigo is often described as a gaunt, skeletal creature with glowing eyes, yellowed skin, and sharp, jagged teeth. Its body is emaciated, as though forever starving no matter how much it consumes. According to legend, the Wendigo was once human, but was transformed into this monstrous being after succumbing to the ultimate taboo, cannibalism. In times of extreme famine, those who resorted to consuming human flesh were said to be cursed, becoming Wendigos themselves. From that moment on, they would be driven by an insatiable hunger for more, roaming the wilderness in search of their next victim. But the Wendigo is more than just a physical threat, it also serves as a moral warning. The legend teaches that unchecked greed and desperation can lead to spiritual corruption and eternal damnation. It's a chilling reminder that beneath the thin veneer of civilization, there lies the potential for unspeakable horrors. From the icy, treacherous waters of the north comes one of the most terrifying myths of the sea, the Kraken. This colossal sea monster is said to dwell off the coast of Norway and Greenland, where it lurks in the depths waiting to strike. According to ancient Norse legends, the Kraken is so massive that its body could be mistaken for an island, and when it emerged from the ocean, it would unleash chaos, dragging entire ships and their crews to a watery grave. Its tentacles were believed to be powerful enough to crush even the strongest vessels, leaving sailors with little chance of survival. For centuries, the Kraken has been a symbol of the unknown and the fearsome dangers that lie beneath the ocean's surface. Some believe that these tales were inspired by real sightings of giant squid creatures that can grow to incredible lengths and possess long, powerful tentacles. Yet, even with this possible explanation, the legend of the Kraken continues to captivate the imagination, embodying the primal fear of the ocean's depths and the mysterious creatures that may still lurk there. To this day, the Kraken remains one of the most iconic symbols of the ocean's power and mystery, reminding us that there are still vast, uncharted waters filled with secrets waiting to be discovered. The tale of the Minotaur is one of the most iconic and tragic stories from Greek mythology. This monstrous creature, half man and half bull, was born from a curse placed upon King Minos of Crete. The Minotaur was imprisoned in a vast labyrinth beneath Minos' palace, a maze so complex that no one who entered could ever find their way out. Each year, the people of Athens were forced to send young men and women as sacrifices to the beast, a cruel tribute that haunted the city. But the hero Theseus bravely volunteered to end this terror. Armed with nothing but his sword and a ball of thread to trace his path, Theseus ventured into the labyrinth, confronting and ultimately defeating the Minotaur. Though the beast was slain, the legend of the Minotaur still fascinates scholars, symbolizing the struggle between human civilization and primal chaos. The phoenix is a legendary bird that transcends time and culture, appearing in the mythologies of ancient Egypt, Greece, Rome, and beyond. This magnificent creature is said to live for centuries, only to meet its fiery end in a burst of flames. But the phoenix's story doesn't end there. Remarkably, it is reborn from its own ashes, emerging as a radiant symbol of renewal and immortality. In ancient Egypt, the phoenix or Bennu was closely associated with the sun god Ra and symbolized the cycle of the sun rising and setting each day. In Greek and Roman legends, the phoenix represented immortality and eternal life, a reminder that death is not the final chapter, but part of a greater cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The image of the phoenix has inspired countless stories, reflecting humanity's deep desire for resilience and the hope that, even in the face of destruction, we can rise again stronger than before. But what inspired the creation of this immortal bird? Some believe the myth may have been influenced by the natural world, perhaps by the cyclical patterns of the sun or the regeneration of life in nature. Others suggest that the phoenix is a metaphor for the human spirit and embodiment of our enduring ability to overcome adversity and be reborn, no matter how devastating the fall. Ultimately, the phoenix is more than just a myth. It is a symbol of hope and the power of renewal, resonating through the ages and across cultures. In medieval European mythology, the basilisk was a creature of such deadly power that it could kill with a single glance. Often depicted as a serpent, lizard, or even a small dragon, the basilisk's gaze was said to be so potent that it could turn people to stone instantly or cause death with just a look. Described as the king of serpents, this fearsome creature was believed to have been born from a serpent's egg hatched by a toad. So its origin is as mysterious and eerie as the creature itself. The basilisk's reputation for deadly power made it a frequent subject of medieval texts, which warned travelers and knights to avoid it at all costs. In some stories, even looking at the basilisk through a mirror could be fatal, reflecting its gaze back upon itself and leading to its own destruction. Yet, despite these terrifying tales, many believe the basilisk was more than just a mythological creature. It may have been a symbolic representation of fear and danger in the natural world. Some scholars suggest that sightings of real-life animals, such as cobras or other venomous serpents, could have inspired the legend. Ultimately, the basilisk was a creature that embodied humanity's fear of the unknown, serving as both a cautionary tale and a symbol of the deadly forces lurking in the natural world. Whether it was a real beast or simply a product of medieval imagination, the legend of the basilisk remains a powerful reminder of the mysteries that fascinated and terrified people in the Middle Ages. High in the frozen peaks of the Himalayas, the legend of the Yeti, also known as the abominable snowman, has captivated generations. Described as a massive, ape-like creature with thick fur and immense strength, the Yeti is said to roam the remote, icy slopes, eluding human contact. Tales of the Yeti date back centuries, deeply rooted in the folklore of the Sherpa and Tibetan cultures, where it is often considered a guardian of the mountains, both feared and revered. The mystery of the Yeti drew global attention in the 20th century, with numerous expeditions venturing into the Himalayas in search of this elusive creature. One of the most famous incidents occurred in 1951, when mountaineer Eric Shipton photographed large footprints in the snow during an expedition on Mount Everest. These footprints sparked worldwide fascination and further fueled the legend. Despite these efforts, no conclusive evidence, no bones, no DNA has ever been found to confirm the Yeti's existence. Some scientists believe that the Yeti could be a misidentified species of bear, while others think it might be a surviving member of an ancient hominid species. Yet, without definitive proof, the Yeti remains a symbol of the unknown and the unexplored, a creature that continues to intrigue adventurers, cryptozoologists, and storytellers alike. It stands as a reminder that even in our modern world, some mysteries of nature may still lie hidden in the snow. In Middle Eastern mythology, the Djinn are powerful supernatural beings with the ability to shapeshift and control the elements. Though often romanticized as wish granters in popular culture, the Djinn are far from benevolent. In Islamic and pre-Islamic folklore, they are portrayed as complex and unpredictable entities capable of both good and evil. Many tales depict them as tricksters who delight in leading humans astray, while others show them as malevolent spirits that cause misfortune, illness, or even possession. Created from smokeless fire, the Djinn exist in a parallel world to humans, hidden from our sight but capable of influencing our reality. They can take on any form, animal, human, or something far more terrifying, and their powers over the elements make them both feared and respected in the cultures of the Middle East. From ancient desert myths to Islamic theology, the stories of the Djinn are deeply woven into the fabric of Middle Eastern folklore, and their mysteries have been explored in countless tales, reminding us of the unseen forces that may shape our lives. In Japanese mythology, the Kappa is a water-dwelling creature known for being both mischievous and dangerous. Often depicted as a small, turtle-like humanoid with webbed hands and feet, the Kappa is said to lurk in rivers and ponds, waiting to lure unsuspecting people into the water to drown them. However, despite its fearsome reputation, the Kappa also has a playful and humorous side. It is sometimes portrayed as a trickster, playing pranks on humans, stealing food, or challenging people to sumo wrestling matches. The Kappa embodies the duality of nature, both life-giving and destructive. While water is essential for life, it can also be dangerous, and the Kappa reflects this balance. The creature's tales serve as a reminder of the respect and caution needed when interacting with the natural world. The Chupacabra is a modern myth that first emerged in Latin America in the 1990s, often described as a creature that preys on livestock, draining them of their blood. Sightings of the Chupacabra have been reported in rural areas across countries like Puerto Rico, Mexico, and the southern United States. Witnesses often describe the creature as either a reptilian, alien-like being with spines along its back, or as a hairless, dog-like animal with glowing red eyes. Despite numerous accounts, no definitive proof of the Chupacabra's existence has ever been found, leaving it firmly in the realm of cryptozoology. The creature has become a symbol of fear and superstition in rural communities, where unexplained livestock deaths are often attributed to this mysterious predator. The legend of the Chupacabra continues to spread, fueled by urban legends, media reports, and the human tendency to explain the unexplainable through stories. Whether real or imagined, the Chupacabra remains one of the most enduring modern-day myths. In Irish mythology, the Banshee is a ghostly spirit whose mournful wailing heralds death. Often depicted as a woman dressed in flowing white or grey, her presence is both feared and respected. The Banshee, or Bean Seedy in Gaelic, is believed to be a messenger from the other world, a harbinger of death who appears to warn families of an impending loss. Her chilling cries, sometimes heard at night or near a family home, are said to be unmistakable, piercing, sorrowful, and filled with grief. The Banshee can appear in different forms, depending on the family she visits. In some stories, she is a beautiful young woman, while in others, she takes on the appearance of an old hag with wild hair and a haunting expression. Despite her fearsome reputation, the Banshee is not malevolent. She does not cause death but serves as a symbolic bridge between the mortal world and the afterlife, guiding souls on their final journey. Her presence in Irish folklore reflects the deep connection between life, death, and the supernatural, reminding us that the line between our world and the next is thin and fragile. Though feared, the Banshee is also seen as a protector of family legacy. Her cry is a solemn reminder of the inevitable cycle of life and death. In Native American mythology, the Thunderbird is a mighty and revered creature said to control the elements, particularly storms. This giant bird is often depicted with wings so powerful that each beat creates thunder, while lightning flashes from its eyes. As both a protector and a force of nature, the Thunderbird embodies the duality of awe and fear that comes with natural phenomena. It is believed to bring life-giving rain to nourish the land, but also unleash destructive storms when angered. A symbol of strength and power, the Thunderbird represents the deep connection between the spiritual and natural worlds. Our final story takes us deep into the jungles of South America, to the legendary city of El Dorado, a fabled land of immense wealth, where streets were said to be paved with gold. The myth originated with tales of a golden king who would cover himself in gold dust and wash it off in a sacred lake. These stories lured countless explorers into the unknown during the Age of Exploration, from Spanish conquistadors to adventurers from around the world. But despite their efforts, none ever found the elusive city of gold. To this day, the legend of El Dorado continues to inspire treasure hunters and dreamers. Was it ever real, or simply a tale of riches spun from the imagination? The mystery of El Dorado endures, a symbol of the eternal quest for wealth and glory. So we've explored mysterious myths that span from the depths of the ocean to the highest peaks, and from ancient times to the present day. These stories, born from the fears and hopes of the cultures that created them, continue to captivate and inspire us. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and support me so I can bring you more fascinating content. Thanks for watching, and remember, the world is full of wonder waiting to be explored.